Now have a choice who to purchase your energy from. In the past, you were stuck with whoever the default provider was. Telecom went through the same process and long-distance prices came down dramatically. Today, the same story is true with utilities. Except we're no longer talking about a $25 long-distance phone bill. Instead, we're dealing with a $250 combined electric and natural gas bill. And you're about to get the inside track on a unique and proven system allowing entrepreneurs like you and I to capitalize on this massive shift of wealth.
My question is for Mr. Gates. What industry do you think is going to produce the next Bill Gates? Because that's the industry I want to get a job in.
Industries do have different paces of innovation, and so the IT industry, driven by the magic of software, the magic of the optic fiber, magic of the chip, which doubles in power every couple of years, it's been the industry that has not only been the most exciting, it's also changed the rules for many other industries. You know, the idea of information being available, what the online world is like, that's incredible. I'd say there are a few other industries that will compete for being exciting in the decades ahead. The energy business, some approach will provide cheaper energy that's environmentally friendly. And there's a lot of science, a lot of business. That's a global thing. There'll be some great careers there.
What is the gauge of a successful business? How do you determine the measure of a company? What determines levels of trust, integrity, and respect? Inc. magazine does it by the numbers. The Entrepreneur and Business Executives periodical of choice, Inc., is the leader in spotting cutting-edge companies changing the business world. They named Ambit Energy America's fastest-growing private company in 2010. The nationally renowned SMU Cox School of Business named Ambit co-founder Jerry Thompson Jr. as the #1 CEO for 2 consecutive years. This prestigious entrepreneur award is reserved for the best of the best. How do you define a company as one of the leaders in the market? Direct Selling News does it with rankings. The only publication dedicated to the direct selling industry, they serve as the benchmark for network marketing companies worldwide. They placed Ambit in the top 15 4 years running. Numbers tell a story. But the true measure of success is how you treat others. We invest in our employees, repeatedly topping annual listings and making headlines as the workplace where people want to spend their careers. We set the standard for product quality and service. Our reputation precedes us as the company you refer to your friends and family, and the one to always ensure the customer's satisfaction. Respect. Integrity. They are the foundation of Ambit Energy, and that's why we've built our business to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America.
Of course, I'd love to tell you more about Ambit as a company. I'm glad you asked. But it would be a lot better if you heard it from the co-founders themselves.
Influence. The power to have an effect on someone or something. It's that force that turned our family's vision of changing the way people shopped into a reality. From a single ice house in Dallas, Texas, selling bread and milk to our neighbors back in 1927, generations of my family pushed themselves and others to succeed, creating the concept of the convenience store and building an international business. That experience taught me all of us possess that power. From the innovative employees who drive our products, service, and support, to our hard-working, dedicated, exceptional consultants. It's an energy we share as we connect with each other every day. And it's the power of these connections that bind us together, enabling Ambit to organically grow from 2 guys into a global energy force with more than 400,000 people working toward a common goal.
Today, our connections are stronger and more extensive than ever before. Our sphere of influence reaches not just across America, but spans the world, and we are internationally recognized as the largest direct seller of energy on the globe.
Yet no matter how big we've become,
Ambit will always be an intimate company,
focused on the power of people connecting,
on sharing in each other's accomplishments,
and creating positive energy that drives success. It's a never-ending loop of face-to-face interactions, of people influencing each other that defines our culture.
It's all of us empowering each other to be better,
To achieve more,
to reach higher.
and always remembering that integrity is greater than growth.
Since their first conversation in 2006, Ambit Energy co-founders Jerry Thompson Jr. and Chris Chambliss knew there was a tremendous opportunity with energy deregulation. Now, all they needed to do was build a company.
When we opened our offices in downtown Dallas, we took down all the walls. We wanted the open space and we wanted an open culture. The executives all sit right next to each other, so there's lots of open communications. At the same time, we put in some very inexpensive $19 folding tables. They're not very attractive, but we decided not to invest in fancy offices and elegant furniture. We wanted to focus all our resources into systems and people.
Jerry set an early and very ambitious goal for their new company: to be the finest and most respected retail energy provider in America.
We knew that whenever a consultant approached someone about becoming an Ambit customer or consultant, they would be putting their reputations on the line, and they would be trusting that Ambit would deliver its promise, not just some of the time, but all of the time. And we wanted to be worthy of that trust. We wanted to make them proud.
Both veterans of the 90s telecom boom, Ambit's co-founders have years of high-growth management experience. As Chief Executive Officer, Jerry's background in finance and operations has provided the company with steady leadership. His co-founder and Ambit's Chief Marketing Officer, Chris Chambliss, leads the company's efforts to establish a nationally recognized retail brand in the energy industry, utilizing the power of person-to-person marketing.
You know, people ask us all the time why we chose direct selling as our model for acquiring customers, and the truth is simple. Friends and family members make better customers. You know, traditional advertising, especially in today's hyper-paced internet culture, just doesn't produce loyal customers. And direct selling can do that at a very attractive cost of acquisition. You know, our customers are people we know, love, and trust. They pay their bills on time, they stay loyal to the brand, and they even spread the word to others.
Has the approach worked? Well, in its first 7 years, Ambit has attracted over 1 million satisfied customers, while growing annual revenues from startup to over $1 billion. That kind of growth doesn't go unrecognized. In 2010, Ambit Energy was named the fastest growing privately held company in America by Inc. magazine. Ambit has also earned its place in the direct selling industry, listed by the Direct Selling News Global 100 as one of the largest direct selling companies in the world and the largest direct selling energy provider.
I think it surprises people to hear us say that we could have grown faster, but it's true. We purposely controlled Ambit's growth to ensure that we're always building on a solid foundation of systems and people that will enable us to be a great company years into the future and not just a flash in the pan. One of the first decisions Chris and I made in the very beginning was to never sacrifice integrity for growth. As proud as we are of Ambit's success, we want to make certain we continue to do it the right way.
It is this dedication to building a company the right way, along with their past experience with fast-paced, high-growth businesses that continue to fuel Ambit to this day.
You know, a business built with gimmicks, hype, or exaggeration is just not sustainable. It's just a weak foundation that ultimately is going to collapse. I think the only way to build a solid foundation is to work hard, do the right thing, and hold everybody, especially yourself, to a high standard. It's harder, it's slower, but in the long run, I think it's always worth it.
This opportunity is only possible because in a growing number of states, you now have a choice who to purchase your energy from. In the past, you were stuck with whoever your default provider was. Telecom went through the same process and long-distance prices came down dramatically. Today, the same is true with utilities, except we're no longer talking about a $25 phone bill. The numbers in energy are exponentially larger, and when you're dealing with services like electricity, natural gas, and solar, the consumer impact is far greater as well. We're talking about energy deregulation, and you're about to get the inside track on a unique and proven system allowing entrepreneurs like you and I to capitalize on this massive shift of wealth.
At the core of Ambit Energy's success is a different way of doing business, one that isn't solely focused on Wall Street numbers. It starts with our CEO, Jerry Thompson's vision statement to become the finest and most respected retail energy provider in the country. Out of this core philosophy, Ambit hit #1 on Inc. 500 in 2010 as the fastest growing private company in America. Today, we're one of the largest direct selling companies in the world, all in just a few short years and without sacrificing customer satisfaction in the process. With the success and accolades Ambit has enjoyed over the years, one might think the best is behind us. Truth is, we've barely scratched what's possible. We have an entire marketplace of consumers completely unaware of their options. Let's jump right in and talk about the core value proposition driving this opportunity.
Saving is good. Free is even better. Like getting paid residually every month on something unconsciously used and habitually purchased is truly an incredible concept. Let's put this into perspective. Assuming you had the money, how much would you invest if you knew that for the rest of your life you could get paid $1,000 every single month? In the markets, it would take upwards of $250,000 to achieve this. Thankfully, getting started with Ambit won't cost you anywhere near this, and your return has the potential to grow far beyond $1,000 a month.
The first way we get paid, and the foundation of our business, is to share the value of being an Ambit customer with the people we know, love, and care about. You'll receive a $100 bonus for your first 5 customers. 2 of these are represented by computers, because Ambit gives us a head start by subscribing to their web-based marketing tools for $25 a month. More about this in a bit. Upgrading your own utility service also counts as a customer, so we only need 2 more customers to receive our first $100 bonus. 5 more customers, and you will receive an additional $100. Another 5 pays an additional $50, and 5 more beyond that, for a total of 20 customers, pays a combined $300 in upfront bonuses. Keep in mind, these customers you're earning upfront bonuses on also qualify you for that free energy program we talked about earlier.
So far, we've talked about earning a few $100s and getting free energy by helping people save money. This is the foundation of what we do. The bigger money comes as a result of expanding your business by helping others do the exact same thing. Team Builder bonuses are earned every time you sponsor a new consultant who launches their business by gathering a few customers. Promote to earn more by developing a team of 6 consultants, with at least 2 being personally sponsored. You're now a regional consultant, where you'll earn an additional bonus, not just on the consultants you sponsor, but now, as they expand their business, this leadership bonus is paid on every consultant in your growing distribution. This is where you begin to experience the power of leverage. When your regional team grows to a total of 18 consultants, you promote to senior, where you'll earn an additional leadership bonus. Get your new senior team started by sponsoring a few consultants. As they do the same, you can see the power of leverage as a senior consultant can become very exciting. Continue growing and earning until 5 consultants in your senior team promote themselves to your same rank of senior, and this promotes you to the executive level, where yet another leadership bonus is earned. Build your executive team by sponsoring a few consultants, and as they do the same, the power of leverage can become life-changing. Same as before, you'll need 5 consultants to hit your same rank as executive consultant before promoting to national consultant. Here, the final leadership bonus is earned, and the power of leverage has the potential to generate yearly income on a monthly basis.
What you've seen thus far is how Ambit incentivizes us to grow our distribution, but there's more to the picture. Every single customer of every consultant in your growing distribution pays a utility bill every single month, which means you get paid every single month. This is the power of residual income. Ambit pays these customer residuals through 7 generations across all of your distribution teams. To get an idea of what's possible, let's assume each consultant, starting with you, gathers just 3 customers. Over time, each consultant also expands their distribution by sponsoring 3 others who continue this exact same formula. With each individual consultant doing their small part, gathering 3 customers and helping 3 others do the same, the compound effect produces a lot of customers. The residual commission per customer varies based on which services they use, how much they use, and where they fall in your distribution. Run the math, assuming each customer is on just 1 service at minimal usage and stopping on the 5th generation. You can see we've already achieved a monthly residual income that could make a new car, vacation, or home addition possible. Take it down 1 more generation, and we have a residual income dramatically exceeding the average Social Security check. Go down all 7 generations, and you're looking at a life-changing residual income mailed out or direct deposited on the 15th of every month.
Keep in mind, we're assuming each consultant only gathers 3 customers. It takes 15 to earn free energy, so if we used a more realistic average like 10, this figure would more than triple. In addition, as you promote up and build your leadership teams, you also earn residual bonuses, which get paid on every customer of every consultant in each of your leadership teams. This is on top of and beyond the 7 generations you see here. Our top consultants are reporting this last piece to be the single largest source of income. Most people don't have a single dollar of monthly residual income, so it's understandable if you find this all a bit hard to swallow. But with well over 1 million customers and $1 billion of annual revenue using this exact business model, there is no question Ambit works. The only question is, will Ambit work for you? Of course, you'd expect us to be biased, but just a few short years ago, we were on your end of the camera. Looking back, we've identified 5 key reasons Ambit Energy has worked so well for us.
Number 1, we have the perfect product to build a business around. You won't need to convince or remind anyone to pay their utility bill. Remember, it's free to be a customer, it takes less than 5 minutes to switch, and doing so rewards your customers every single month. Now, the biggest objection we run into is that it sounds too good to be true.
Number 2, this is a part-time business. We're not asking you to give up what you're currently doing. Ambit is a plan B. You can grow into a plan A. With a half an hour to an hour a day, take a more aggressive approach and you can speed that up dramatically.
Number 3, everyone is limited to 24 hours a day, and we only know so many people. Yet, Ambit allows us to break those barriers because every time a new consultant joins your team, 24 more hours and an entirely new set of connections gets added to your business. You've seen the numbers. They multiply fast, and we've proven it works on a billion-dollar scale.
Number 4, people don't spend $1 million for a McDonald's franchise to learn how burgers are made. It is the system they want. With Ambit, we have the marriage of a time-test system and the perfect product. Between the intensive licensing process, complex IT systems, trained customer service staff, and serious financial backing to cover energy usage. We're getting access to tens of millions in infrastructure, and yet, you're in business for a minimal startup expense plus a monthly fee for your suite of marketing websites and tools that make everything which is shared possible. Remember, by gathering a few customers, you can earn this back within weeks and be qualified to receive free energy for the rest of your life. And if you can get excited about helping others experience free energy, there is no limit to the amount of income you can earn with Ambit. It can change your house, your car, your zip code. It can change your life as it has ours.
Number 5, it's not often you find a company with such a proven track record and high level of success while barely scratching the market potential. Ambit is a billion-dollar baby. With more states, countries, and continents going through deregulation process, you're not just early to the game. With Ambit, you're positioned ahead of an entire industry going through what many consider the greatest shift of wealth in American history. Every day, every week, every month that goes by, the massive shift of wealth taking place with energy deregulation goes on with or without any of us. Thank you for the past few minutes of your time. Not getting this information could be the greatest financial mistake of your life. People from every single walk of life are succeeding with Ambit. Why not you? Why not now? Every month that slips by, people are joining Ambit Energy as customers and consultants. It's simply a matter of whether they join as a result of you and your team or someone else. A year from now, you'll look back on this moment and either say, I wish I had, or I'm glad I did. Get started now and begin writing your own story.
It's Ambit Energy.
You can see why we're all so proud to represent Ambit Energy. And what's really nice, they feel the same way about us.